Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 20th through the 26th of 2020. Let's jump right in here. The overall energy from the divine is the time to go card. Interesting. Time for you to move on. There are endings happening this week. That doesn't have to be negative. A lot of people associate that with negative. But there are some endings coming in this week. There is a completion of a cycle that you have been in. A lesson has been learned, right? You're walking away from a situation, a person, a belief that there's nothing else to learn from this, right? From this situation, this person, this belief. There's just nothing else to learn. So it's time for you to move on. I love this because if you look at the imagery in this, this is not sad. This is moving forward. Look at the door. There's a new doorway. I know it's a little hard to see, but there's a doorway that she's walking towards. A new door is opening up because you're walking away from something that, no longer serves you. Not necessarily, again, in a negative way, just in a way where I've learned those lessons. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready for the next chapter in my life. And so, listen, it's going to be different for all of you, Sagittarius. It definitely could be a person, and that doesn't have to be romantic. Um, that could be a job, right? That could be a boss. That could be a friendship. Maybe it was a short-term friendship. You've learned what you needed to learn. Whatever it might be for you, it's going to be different. It could be romantic. You could be, absolutely. So, we have a lot of relationships. Very rarely do we wind up meeting someone when we're young and being with them for the rest of our lives. That doesn't happen that often. So we have all these, romantic relationships that we're in, and each one of them is there to teach you a lesson. So, yes, it could be that, but it could be a situation. Again, there's so many of you out there, Sagittarius, that's going to resonate with you all differently, but it is time to go. It's time to move on. It's time to walk through the new doorway. And I love this because the first card out in the tarot is the Prince of Pentacles, right? This is a very productive week for you because you're moving on, okay? It opens up space for you to be more productive on obtaining your goals, spending time with your family, maybe, whatever it might be. Planting the seeds of intention, getting work done. Maybe you're trying to start your own business and you have things to do, right? It's a very productive week for you. And I do love that energy because sometimes we can get stuck in a situation or with a person that doesn't let us be productive, right? That's what Spirit wants me to say. It gets you in like this comfort zone, right? Like, I hate to say this term. Oh my gosh, it's been so long, but being that couch potato, right? Like, you're up and you're moving and you're doing. And I love this. Very productive week for you. You also have the Two of Pentacles, which, it's in reverse, but it's still change, okay? It's a card of change, but it's very much a card of prioritizing or reprioritizing. Because you're moving on, because you're walking away, because you've completed that lesson, now you can prioritize what is important. What do I need to put, in the number one spot, in the number two spot, in the number three spot? So it's like you take a whole new look and you reorganize, right? And what's so great about that is this week, because you do that, you have success. I can't pick up the card, sorry. You have the Six of Wands. This is success for you. It's a successful completion of the cycle. Okay? It is a successful completion of that cycle, of that lesson needing to be learned. All right? I love this. It's victory, not in the sense like, oh, I'm so great and I'm leaving this person because I'm so great. It's not that type of victory. Like, it's not battle victory. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. It's not battle victory. It's moving on. It's learning the lesson victory. Okay? I've learned the lesson I needed from this situation. I've learned the lesson that I needed from this person. And now it's time to move on. So I absolutely love this. And then you have, this is so great because, listen, Sagittarius, I don't know why I can't pick up the card. You have the Moon card. So it's like, how do I want to put it, Spirit? I want to say it's like the fog has lifted, but that's really not the right way to say it, because it's not like you were in a fog, but it is that, yeah, it's like, see, all right, try this again. See how everything in this card is on one side or the other, which opens up the path. Okay, it's opening up the path. You're following your intuition. You know that that cycle is complete. You know there's a doorway here, because that's basically a gateway, right? I'm walking through the gateway. I'm leaving the past behind because I've learned the lessons I need. I'm following my intuition. I'm trusting myself. I love this. And look at this. This brings relief to you. This completion brings relief to you because you have the Ten of Cups, which is the happy, right? Happy, harmony in the home, harmony in life. All my cups are full. So whatever this was, even though it may not have been burdensome, it could have been burdensome, but I don't really feel like it was burdensome. I don't feel like this is like some big, oh my gosh, I have to leave. This person is so negative, or this situation. It's not that bad. It's just not right for you. And I feel like there's this sense of, I have to remove this, or I have to move on from this, or I did complete this, and this makes me much happier. That's it. This makes me very, very happy to move on from this. There we go. Took a little bit to get there. And then look at this. Right next to it, you have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is all about divine love, okay? So now it's partnerships. So this is, I feel like this is a partnership with you. Okay, because if this was a true love reading, guys, this would be, yes, divine love between two people, right? This beautiful love between two people. If it was purely a career finance reading, it would be a partnership coming in, right? That works out very, very well. It would be, if it's a spiritual reading, right? It would be the divine and the universe and you being in alignment. But Spirit's saying, no, this is like this divine partnership with yourself. Like your mental and emotional body is good. Your physical and your spiritual side are good. Everything is in alignment now this week. So that's really beautiful. That does not come out that often. I will be, especially in a general reading, but it's really good. It's like you're in alignment. You have this divine partnership with all sides of yourself. Yeah, it's really beautiful, Sagittarius. I really love that. Then you have the Princess of Swords. Very good, because now you're ready for the next step. This is all the next step. That's taking that step through that new doorway, right? This is about curiosity. What's next? What is next on my life journey? I love it. Because essentially, not, again, this isn't like really like, oh my gosh, this is happening. It's not that type of a reading. You have the Death card, the Rebirth card. I love the Death card. It is transformation. It's just not this big, it's just such a subtle transformation. I know that this card does not look like that, but it really is. It's not, I tend to look at this card and of course I see, rising from the ashes, the phoenix. But it doesn't feel that harsh to me. It feels like, like this change needed to happen. It's time for me to go. You do have a rebirth, but it's not this huge life-altering kind of, it's so in the flow. It's so just in the flow. Okay, this is the next step. This is what we need to do. I love this. This is quite, Spirit, I should say Spirit surprises me, but really nothing ever surprises me in Spirit. But it's just such a different type of energy that's coming through with these big cards, right? With these major arcanas, but it's very fluid. There we go. It's very fluid. You have the Devil in reverse. Again, this is so great because there's a lot of releasing with this energy, but it feels so good. I mean, it feels so calming and so good. This is all about releasing those limiting beliefs, right? I can't move forward. I can't walk through that door. I don't know what's going to happen. No, you got to take that, leap of faith, right? I can do this, right? I am absolutely strong enough. I am in the flow. I can do this. I'm not letting anybody put any thoughts in my head that I can't. Like it's really beautiful. And there's more release here. There's a lot of release here coming with this because you also have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is the end of that heartache. So yeah, for some of you, this could be a person, a relationship, a love relationship, a friend relationship. It could be, and that you've learned the lessons from that, and it's time to move on. People come and go in our lives all the time. Um, but I don't feel like this is so heartbreaking. I don't feel like that. I feel like it's almost like common sense for you, right? Like, yeah, this is what needs to happen. So I'm releasing all this, a situation, not getting a promotion, a person, a breakup, whatever it might be. But it's just so fluid. It's very mature. It's very easygoing. Seems so odd to say, right? Okay. Now, Sagittarius, then you have the High Priestess. I love it. Again, this is being in your intuition, following your intuition. Your intuition is saying it's time to move on. Going with that, being in the flow again, right? You're in the flow with what needs to happen, what the next steps are. All right. I just absolutely love this. I'm kind of in awe. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of in awe because usually it's very, powerful, but this is powerful, but in this, I don't know, this very calm. I wish I had more words, guys. Very calm. And it leads you, yes, the Fool, of course, the new journey, right? Walking through the door, a new journey. There's a door opening up for you, new journey. And it's right there in front of you. You see it, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to go there. It's calling you. And you're leaving things behind. And it's okay. You're okay with that. Because look at the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Again, more release. So you have the Devil in reverse. You have the Three of Swords in reverse. You have the Nine in reverse. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Letting go of what keeps you up at night. That worry, that stress. You're just letting go of it. And you're in the flow. In the flow. I love this. The Divine, Sagittarius brought out the Tower card, but this is different than the Tower card in the Tarot deck. This is building solid foundations again. So whatever you're moving away from and walking through this new door, it's going to have solid foundation. This new chapter has solidity to it, right? Success with effort, right? So whatever this is for you, even if it's, I shouldn't say even if it's a relationship, you're building your foundation, you're knowing what your values are. So when that next person comes in, there's success in that relationship because you're putting the effort into it. If it's work, same thing. If it's money, same thing. Okay? It's really, really, I'm inspired. It's nice. See, I can't even hold the card straight. Sagittarius, the next card out that the Divine pulled out for you is the Beetle, good fortune. Yeah, this leads to good fortune. This new doorway, this new journey, this new path, it leads to good fortune. But there's something so calm, so serene, so peaceful about this whole thing. There's no drama in it. That's a very cool message. I'm just going to say that is a cool message. Thank you, Spirit. That is a very, very nice way to put this out there. Listen, Sagittarius, let me know in the comments, how does this resonate with you? What's going on in your life? I read each and every one. I do try to reply to each and every one. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. That lets YouTube know that this is of value to you, right? And don't forget to click the little bell. When you click the little bell, it notifies you of when Spirit and I upload a new video. So Sagittarius, yeah, you're moving on, but it's so good. It's so good.